There is only one man in UFC history to ever win a fight without throwing a single strike. Not one punch, not one kick, not even a single takedown. So, how is that possible? Well, this story actually starts back in 2013. Anderson Silva had just lost his UFC middleweight belt to Chris Weidman, and now he gets an immediate rematch. After a back and forth round 1 going into round 2, it was anybody's fight for the taking. Until
Anderson fractured his leg. You can see his leg hanging loose now. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
1 minute and 16 seconds into the second round, Anderson Silva would throw a leg kick landing on the shin of Weidman, and that was all it was. A nasty broken leg ends the fight. Fast forward 8 years. Anderson Silva is now a boxer, but Chris Weidman still remains in the UFC. And April 24th of 2021 at UFC 261 Usman vs Masvidal 2, Chris Weidman would face his next opponent, Uriah Primetime Hall. It's at this point I ask you ever so kindly, if you could drop a like on the video, leave a little comment and subscribe to the channel. It really does help the video out and it helps me out. The fight starts and Weidman is feinting, jabbing and figuring out his range, while Hall is assessing, downloading and waiting for his time to counter the entry of Weidman. But it never comes.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Weidman has snapped his left leg.
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my God! Just off the Uriah Hall.
Oh my God!
Oh no! It's snapped! It snapped!
17 seconds into the fight, Hall is yet to throw any sort of strike. He sees Weidman throw a leg kick in his direction, checked by Hall perfectly. Weidman steps back onto the leg, which is now broken, putting all of his weight on his broken leg. His foot completely rolls back on him and even touches his shin. It looked like a quaver, almost exactly what happened to his opponent Anderson Silva 8 years prior. And that was that. Uriah Hall becomes the only man to win a fight without throwing a single strike. Not one punch, not one kick, not even a takedown attempt. Just a check of a leg kick. After this fight, Uriah Hall goes on to have 2 more fights in the UFC. One of them against the current UFC middleweight champion, Sean Strickland, where he lost a unanimous decision. He then went on to fight Andre Muniz in 2022 and also lost a unanimous decision. And from there, he goes to boxing. He goes one-on-one in boxing and then he goes over to karate combat, where he is currently 2-0 and has his upcoming bout in July of 2026 against Sam Alvey. As for Chris Weidman, it takes him multiple surgeries and 2 years of rehabilitation and recovery to finally make the walk back into the UFC octagon again. This time against Brad Tavares. But unfortunately for Chris Weidman, he does lose a unanimous decision to Brad Tavares, but it was good to see that the leg had fully recovered. Chris Weidman did actually manage to get one more victory in the UFC after this horrific leg break. On March of 2024, he won a unanimous decision against Bruno Silva. And then in December of 2024, he would have his last fight in the UFC against Eric Anders. Unfortunately, he got knocked out in the second round. He did have a grappling and a wrestling match, which he lost both of them, one of them against Colby Covington, and now Chris Weidman is a UFC analyst. And a side note, Anderson Silva was meant to have a boxing match against Chris Weidman in November of 2025, a battle of the leg breaks, if you will. The fight was cancelled because the main event of the whole card fell through. Jake Paul was meant to fight Tank Davis, but Tank Davis couldn't behave himself for 5 minutes and they cancelled the entire event. Ladies and gentlemen, slightly different video this time, almost like a documentary style video, and I do hope you enjoyed it. Put a lot of effort into this video. So if you could do me a massive favor, do leave a like and do drop a comment. What story do you want to see me cover next? Is there a piece of UFC history I don't know about and I should tell the world about. Do let me know. Be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks very much.